I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV, we engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And tonight is another opportunity for us to bring to you another powerful discussion from one of the young fine brains on the continent of Africa, coming all the way from Ghana. Step Out Youth Impact Zone is where we give opportunity for young people to really be part of the history of Africa. Young people that are changing the narrative against all odds, young people that are doing the unthinkable, young people that are not really being emotional about what is happening on the continent, young people that have not given up, young people that are working so hard against all odds, and they are changing the narrative on the continent. They are the people we bring on the show on the Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and tonight is no exception. But before I go on to my guest, I want to mention a few of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm. They work with corporate organizations, small and medium enterprises in terms of developing bespoke training programs for your organization. They also work in consultancy in terms of helping your business to really position itself in the marketplace. Also, they work with students in second cycle institutions, colleges, and universities in relation to the personal development of students. The school prepares students for them to really achieve their goals in terms of doing well in terms of their education, but the school does not prepare them for the world. What we do is that we bridge the gap between academia and industry for students to succeed in the marketplace by letting them understand what they need to succeed. Then ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. ZPay just launched their USSD code for mobile money, and that is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Now, if you want to contact any of our sponsors, their contact details are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, you are more than happy to do so. Just take the number for T2I TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy and be part of this great movement where we are changing the narrative on the continent of Africa and those in the diaspora. Now, also, if you want to support what we are doing, you are more than happy to do so because we want to reach more people. We want to reach more people on the continent. We want to really be able to really support more people, especially young people. If you have got any resource you want to use to support what we are doing, you are more than happy to do so. Now, who is my guest for tonight? Tonight is going to be an amazing discussion. If you are watching us, I want to encourage you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to really be part of this program. Somebody might need it. Yes. So please don't change the dial on us. Share this, like our page on Facebook and also on YouTube, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, my guest is seated. My guest for tonight is not new on the show. He has been on these shows a few times and he always comes in to deliver. That is why I'm asking you to really share this for somebody to have an opportunity to be part of this discussion. And who is my guest for tonight? My guest is an author, he is a motivational speaker, he's an entrepreneur, and he's the CEO of Global Institute of Entrepreneurship and Technology. He is the person of Mr. David Asaana. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you very much.
Wow. How has your day been, sir?
Oh, by the grace of God, it has been good. And I say good evening to you and to all your listeners.
Thank you very much. And we are really happy to have you on the show. Now, time has already been spent, and we would like to go straight into business. Our topic for discussion is, please, do you have anything open on your laptop?
No, there's nothing open on my laptop.
All right, that's fine because I'm hearing some noise, but that's okay. Now,
Okay.
our topic for discussion is financial independence and entrepreneurship, how to earn a passive income in 2021. Now, let's go straight to business. Now, who is David Asaana in your own words?
Thank you. David Asaana is simply a generational thinker, someone who is dedicated to help people to find their purpose, a goal-getter, someone who is determined to build a generation of young people who will be ready to change the continent of Africa and liberate it from the poverty and the kind of suffering the continent has been in for several years. That's just something short about me.
Wow. But every time people talk about generational thinker, who is a generational thinker?
Yeah, a generational thinker is someone who doesn't just think about today, someone who thinks about the future, someone who cares about where are we today and where will we be in the next 10 to 50 to 100 years time. And so I have seen that my continent, Africa, is far behind in development. And so I am dedicated to make sure that the kind of poverty we are in today and the kind of modern day slavery, because we owe a lot. Africa is a continent that is in a lot of debt. And once we are in debt, we really owe others and we are slaves. So I am dedicated to make sure that we put plans in place so that the next generation that is coming after us will not be in that kind of situation as we are in. So, and that is what I mean by a generational thinker.
Do you think our leaders are generational thinkers, especially on the continent of Africa?
Well, that one is really a big question. It's one of the main reason why our continent is behind. Yeah, we don't have people who really think of the future. Yeah, they may be there, but just a few. Majority of African leaders don't think about the next generation. But I believe there is a lot to say about that, and that may be we may reserve that for another day so that we can go into details about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Let's go straight to business. What is financial freedom? When can we say somebody is free financially? Because do we have people who are financially free? Talk to me. What is financial freedom, and what is it
Thank.
all about?
Okay. So thank you very much for your question. Financial freedom is simply having sufficient money to live on without actively working. What do I mean by that? For instance, let's say you are working for a company, you are gainfully employed. Let's say, should the unfortunate happen today, you are relieved of your job. Can you actually have funds to live on for the next 6 months without having to go through a lot of stress? Can you really cater for yourself without going to borrow and going to look for external help? Can you really live for the next 6 months to 1 year? And then another way to put it is, can you really have money that can provide the basic amenities that you need without actively working? When I say actively working, I'm not just saying not working, but I actually mean that you don't need to have to go through the pressures of everyday life. So a financially free person is someone who has invested in assets, and the assets are generating a passive income that even if he does not work, money will still come in. So that is what is meant by financial freedom. But if you are that type of person that you must work to get your daily bread, any day you don't work or any month you don't work, money will not come in, then that is not financial freedom. So that is what financial freedom is about. When we are talking about financial freedom, you should be able to take care to provide for your basic needs even when you are not actively working. That's financial freedom.
So does it mean that a lot of people are not financially free?
Of course, over 90% of the population are not financially free. It's not only in Ghana. This is something that is worldwide. And so, look, I've been talking about money, and then sometimes people don't really get me. You see, the thing is that human beings, we really, even if you refer back to Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you will actually remember that we have basic needs, and the basic needs, we all need to have money to buy food, to get a decent accommodation to sleep on. And then you will bear with me that all these things need money. We need money to live in a good home. We need money to buy good food. We need money to pay our children's school fees. So without money, we cannot really live a decent life. All these things that I just talked about, we need money to do them. Even if you remember, as I said, from Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, when we get these basic needs met, we move on to our social needs, where we want the kind of person that we really love to be with us. We move to self-esteem needs, then we move to self-actualization. So we actually need money. We actually need money to be able to live a very decent life. Unfortunately, this money that we need, if we are not financially free, we cannot have the money to do these things that I just mentioned. It is the reason why financial freedom is important. It's the reason why financial freedom is important. And today I'll be talking a lot about why a lot of people are not financially free and what can be done, or how one can actually have financial freedom.
Because it's quite interesting because you made mention of this thing cut across the
Yes.
world. It's not only in Ghana, it's not only in Africa. It's about 90% in almost every population are struggling to be financially free per your
Yes.
definition. Now, what is the actual mindset that has caused this thing to be across board? That is quite disturbing and is quite distressing. Why this particular mindset cutting across the whole world?
Okay, so we have three major types of income. We have active income, we have passive income, and we have portfolio income. Passive income, active income is money you work and you earn. For instance, you are a salary earner. When you go to work at the end of the month, you get paid. You earn wages, you work per hour, you work per week. When you work, you get paid. When you don't work, you don't get paid. So active income is good, but it cannot sustain us forever. What if you become sick? What if you are relieved of your job? And then, so it means the money will stop coming. So everyone, yeah, we all need active income to always start, but you need passive income. Passive income is where the money, you put an initial effort, and later on the money will continue to flow, even when you are not working. I will go a lot into details about active and passive income. But let me just tell you some few things. The mindset that a person needs to have actually have financial freedom. Now, one of the basic things is this one. I'll be making some few generalizations about the poor and the rich mindset. One of them is poor people want to be taught how. The poor people want fish to be given to them, or they want people to catch fish for them. But rich people want to be taught how to catch fish. There's a saying that if you you actually give someone a fish, you actually feed him for a day. But when you teach him how to catch fish, you are feeding him for a lifetime. What do I mean by this? A lot of people, or the poor mindset, they prefer that, oh, help me with money, give me money. But when you want to teach them how to make money, they don't value that. But no matter what you give to a poor person, the money will finish. When you give him even millions, that money will finish if he does not know how to manage it. But when you teach him how to make that money, he is going to make more, and he can always make the amount that he wants. So one of the mindsets to be financially free is to actually learn to learn how to make money and not to be giving money. That is one. And the rich people know that when they know how to make money, they can make the amount they always want. So that is why rich people, or those who are financially free, they learn how to make money. But those who are not financially free, which is the majority of the people, they actually value being given money than being taught how to make money. That's one core thing. Another one that I'll talk about is poor people, they value they value money more than time, and rich people value time more than money. What does that mean? The poor person always say time is money, so he values his time, and he's always using the time to actually actively work. Yes, rich people also value they know time is money, but they know that time is more valuable than money. What does that mean? You can get more time, but you cannot get you can get more money, but you cannot get more time. And it's true, all of us, we are all decreasing in time daily, and your time can never increase. It will keep on decreasing forever and ever. It cannot increase. No matter what you do, your time can never increase unless you find avenues to multiply your time. For example, by leveraging. For example, you can actually increase your time by, as I said, by leveraging, by also doing high value tasks. So rich people spend their money to do high value tasks that will earn them a lot within a short time. But poor people actually spend their time on, they don't care. They just spend it to, once it is something that can earn them. They don't really care about the importance of whatever, the relative importance of what activity they spend their time on. That is one of the basic differences. So rich people spend their time on high valued activities. They prioritize. That's one of the major difference between the rich and the poor. Another one that I would just add is poor people spend on luxuries first, and rich people spend on they spend on assets, and their assets generate income to help them actually now spend on the luxuries they want. So let me just break this one into details. You see, this world we live in, there are a lot of things in our surrounding. We can buy the latest kind of phones, we can buy the latest cars, we can buy the latest laptops. But the truth is, the majority of people buy these things, they are basically luxuries. People have phones that they don't even use even 1% of the potential of the phone, and they keep on buying the latest phones, and they spend more money on buying those phones, and they don't use them on they are liabilities. They are not able to use them to really generate income. Rich people, on the other hand, or the rich mindset, or those who have the mindset of financial freedom, they buy things that is going to actually earn them money. So for that one, they spend their money on doing things that is going to bring in more money. So when the assets actually generate enough income, they can now live on the luxurious lives they want. That's why you see that most of the rich people, they live a very decent life, and the people who are actually poor are those who try to impress by living a very high class life, but they end up being poorer. To add to what I just said, another thing about the poor and the rich mindset is that poor people don't they stop learning after school, and rich people begin to learn after school. The poor always think they know it, so after school they just think that what they have learned is enough to make them succeed. But rich people continue to learn because they understand that the world is changing. So what you need to succeed yesterday is different from what you need to succeed today, or what you needed to succeed in 5 years time is different from now. So they continuously learn and reinvent themselves. So rich people, or the people with financial freedom mindset, they continue to learn and learn daily, and they discover, as they learn more, they discover new problems that they can solve. Poor people also think that the higher certificate will help them to be more successful, and rich people rather think that, or the people with financial freedom mindset think that your success in life depend on what you can do and not your certificate. That is why I was having a recruitment session in my company here, and one of the applicants insisted I pay them the salary, pay him the salary of a degree holder. And I made him understand, I mean, I don't pay for certificate, I pay for value. Even if an SHS graduate can do it, I'll pay him better than a university graduate who cannot do the job. So the rich mindset, or the people with financial freedom mindset, is thinking about what value can I provide, what problem can I solve. But the poor thinks that, oh, my certificate can help me. So that these are just some few differences. I have a lot of them, but for the sake of time, I will give more as we continue. Or maybe
I'm really enjoying it. I wish you could have gone. You should have gone on, because look, I think you're making some very important points here, and I think this is what is actually holding a lot of people back, especially the issue of the poor stop learning. A lot of people, after their degrees, they never read any other book apart from the one, especially on the continent of Africa. A lot of people only learn just to pass exams, but anything that gives them knowledge apart from anything that is going to cause them to pass exam, they don't really care. And I think that is very important. Now, before we go on, please, I would like you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to really watch this, and also like our page on Facebook, T2ITV UK, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know you are definitely enjoying this, because these are the kind of discussions that we bring to you on a weekly basis. And trust me, you cannot afford to really miss it. You see, when you were talking, my book has been released, and in the book, I talked about that mindset revolution, re-engineering your mind from prison to purpose. And I talked about money is not a cure for poverty. you know, a lot of people think the cure for poverty is money. No, the cure for poverty is the right mindset. That is why You give a lot of people money, especially in Ghana. Almost oh, your manager trade, but it's kind of shit. They give you money, startup capital. In few months, the money is gone. Why? Because that person does not have the right mindset to handle that money to really multiply it. So I think that you are making very, very good point. But I would like you to clarify this. Is there a difference between entrepreneurship and business?
Yes, there is a big difference. Now, before I answer that, I just want to add one thing to what you just said. You see, people with the wrong mindset, they think that they are not able to, they think poverty is lack of resources. But the truth is that poverty is lack of creativity and not lack of resources. Why do I say this? I always have problems with people who claim they want to start business. They don't have the money. And when you ask them of when you ask them, they complain, they will give is that they have the idea, they want to start a business, they don't have the money. And I always have a problem with them because over 90% of them don't have a business plan. They don't even that means they don't even have a very clear vision of what they want to do. So if you, the one who want to start, don't have a clear vision, who can you convince to give you money? They don't have a clear vision. Over 90% of those so-called people who want to start a business, they don't have the money. They don't have a business plan. So they don't have the vision. So what I am saying is that in the first place, they are not actually lacking money to start a business. They are lacking vision. They are lacking the ideas. So that's why I advise those kind of people to read more, to expand their level of thinking, to discover more ideas, to learn how to solve a problem. And they are the same kind of people who will say that I have this amount of money, I have 2,000, 3,000. What type of business do I start? It is the wrong type of mindset. You should focus
Yes.
on what problem do I want to solve, not I have this amount of money, what business can I do? It's not about business. Those the wrong mindset, the people with the wrong mindset are always thinking that if I have this particular kind of money and I want to start this business, their focus is more on the profit. They start business with the intention of how much can I make as profit per month, and not what problem, specific problem do I want to solve. So that's just to add to what we have discussed so far. Now, coming to your major question of what is the difference between entrepreneurship and then business? Yes, there's a slight difference between them, though in most cases they are used interchangeably. Now, what is the difference? Entrepreneurship is simply identifying a problem, designing a solution with the sole aim is to solve the problem, and then the byproduct is making an economic gain out of that problem you are solving. Business, on the other hand, is about making profit, basically selling, buying and selling with the aim of making profit. So as you can see, all business people are all entrepreneurs are business people, because they buy, they sell, and they sell something and they will make some profit out of that or some economic gain. But not all business people are entrepreneurs. For example, someone who sees others selling in a particular type of industry and they are making profit, then the person goes ahead to also go and buy something and sell, is doing business, but it's not an entrepreneur. That kind of person will face a very stiff competition, because he is not actually solving a particular problem, but he sees that some people are succeeding in a particular type of business and he wants to enter there. So that is not really entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is where you identify a unique problem that you want to solve that no one has seen before. Then you solve it and you are going to make something out of that. So when you are adding value to something, when you are solving a problem that no one has solved, you are definitely an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurs are just in every industry. For instance, we are people who sell electronic gadgets, but the real entrepreneur is the one who manufactures the gadget, the one who sells it, or the one who buys it and goes to sell is basically the business person, the one who actually manufactures and sells out to the middleman is the real entrepreneur. So this is just some basic difference between entrepreneurship and
Wow,
business.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
Joseph Lukau says, wow, learning a lot here. God bless you for the messages. Yes, Joseph, this is what we do every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This is what this platform is all about. This platform is about education, it's about helping you to really achieve your goal in life. This platform is about causing you to believe again that it can be done. And that is why you have to spend your data, you have to spend your time here on this platform. There is one thing I always say, that enough of the politics, enough of the entertainment, enough of the sports. We are not saying don't do it, but it's about time you invest in the things that adds value to it. The comedy is too much. A lot of people want to succeed, but they are not ready to invest in their lives. For me, I will rather invest in areas where I will get return on my investment, like this platform, where I will come in here, buy data, come and spend it here, than to spend it on a comedy or somebody who is insulting the president. And these are some of the things the youth must learn. The youth must understand that for them to succeed, it's not just by talking. It's not just being by emotional, waiting for the government to employ you, waiting for NAPCO to give you 700 Ghana cedis. That is not success. It's about you solving the problems on the continent of Africa. David, I did a program for NAPCO, I think 2018 or 2019 or so. And
Okay.
look, the kind of graduates, the hall was full. Too many people, young people. And this was just one chapter in Accra. And all these young people are so happy to get this NAPCO for 3 years. I'm not saying NAPCO is bad, but what I'm saying is that we can do better than that. We can solve our issues so that we wouldn't need NAPCO. Your business can employ 1 or 2 people so that we wouldn't need NAPCO. All of us trying to do something in our small way. And you see, you made mention of something that I really like, that you say sometimes you get so much annoyed, or you don't really like it when people say that they don't have what the resources. And you said it's about lack of creativity. In this book, I talked about your inability to start your business is not about lack of resources, but it's about lack of your resourcefulness. How can you be resourceful for you to really get what you want? You see, everything is here. This one can attract anything if you put your mind to. A lot of young people want to start business, but they are not honest. Honesty is one powerful currency that can attract any resources that you want. If somebody entrusts in you 100 Ghana cedis or $100 and you cannot account for it, do you think that person is going to invest $1,000 in you? No. But I know a lot of people, young people, that because of honesty, people have really blessed them with capital to start business. You are a young person, you are not honest. How can you really succeed in life? And these are basic things that people talk about, don't have the resources. You don't have the resources because your attitude is bad. Your lackadaisical attitude towards work is bad. You are not honest. You are corrupt. Your own small way. With this, how can you succeed? And I think, look, you are making very important points here, and I totally agree with you. But let us delve into this, right? Now,
Okay.
if somebody really wants to create a passive income, somebody really wants to transition from that level where they are not earning, even if they are not earning active income, they can still survive in this world. What should they do?
Okay. So I earlier on mentioned that we have 3 types of income. So I will elaborate more on the 3. So the first one I talked about is active income. Active income is what you work and you get paid. You are paid salary, you are paid wages, and you are paid a commission. It's active income. Active income, as I said, is good. It will help you to really survive. But you should endeavor to also earn passive income. Passive income, the word passive actually means it is used to indicate that you are not working and the money will come. So as I said, invest in some kind of passive income. If let's say you have an established business that can earn you money even when you are not working. When I talk of an established business, I'm not talking of if you have a shop where if you are not there and it's closed, that is not actually that is not the type of that is not an established business. I'm talking about the type of business where there is a system, there are procedures for people to be there and to work, and even when you are not there as the owner, the business can work. That is an established business. You can earn passive income from it. We'll go later into details about that. But basically, an established business can help you to earn passive income. And no one is saying that you should begin, and when you begin and establish, when you want to actually start a business, the beginning, it will actually be like a job. It may be like a job. You may be the only one there. But my advice is that it is good. It's not bad that you are starting and you are the only one. But I mean, go ahead to do more. Don't just begin and be there like that forever as one person. When you are not there, then the work cannot continue. So try to have an established business. Income from your royalties like rent. If you income from, let's say, property. If you have a property that you have actually given out for rent, it will give you passive income. If you have written a book that can help you you earn royalties from it, that is some form of passive income. You can build a YouTube channel where you succeed with it. It will continue to bring you income even when you are not working. But all those that I am mentioning, you won't begin. When you begin, it won't be easy. You can work for so many years and then you won't make anything. But when you succeed, that is the time that you can also sleep and the money will come. So you need to really commit to learn how to build a passive income stream. And then the third type of income is portfolio income. The portfolio income is the income you get from investments, such as investment in bonds or stocks. The basic difference between bonds and stocks is that stocks is where you buy, you actually invest in a company and you own a company in terms of shares. And when the profit increases, your dividend that you are paid, you are also paid dividends, and the profit also increases. And that one, if you invest in it and the company succeed, even if you're not working, the company you will continue to make money and you will earn your part of the ownership, even if you're not working. Another one that I will talk about is we have the bond. The bond is where you typically loan your money to the company. And when the company, there's a legal contract between you and the company as to how much they'll pay back with the interest. So the portfolio income is basically the income from investment, and the passive income is income from something that you started where you earn nothing, but later on when you succeed, then when you don't work, you earn. And active income is where you work and you earn. When you stop, you don't earn. So all of us, we may have active income. It's good. I know typically almost every person has active income source. But try to build a passive income. When you close from work, go home and think of a business idea. When you close, think of something you can do to solve problems. Okay, so that is it. So I usually put it in this scenario. I call it a money tree. Now, when you are building when you plant a tree, it takes so many years for the tree to survive. The beginning, you need to water the tree, you need to take care of it, you need to protect it for animals not to destroy it. But when the tree, for instance, let's say it's a mango tree, it may take up to 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. On average, by the 5th year, you should be able to pluck mango. And that tree, when it grows very well, you don't need to be there to take care of it. Even when you are not there, animals can destroy it. A successful business is like the money tree that the tree that I just described. When you actually start building your business, it will take time. Sometimes the first 3 years you will not make money. In Ghana and Africa here, when you say you are doing business, people just expect that within 1 year or even months you start making it. And when you don't make it, they think that, oh, you have failed. It's not like that. A successful business is like actually planting a tree, it will take 3 to 5 years, and even sometimes up to 10 years before you will be able to firmly stand and be rooted. And it's typically like the tree that I described. So anyone who actually want financial freedom should be able to learn how to plant a tree that can grow to become a money tree. I will just give some few examples of money tree seedlings. Money tree seedlings, as I said, number one is about producing content. If you can write a book, if you can write a song, if you can really provide some content to entertain, to educate, to help solve people's problems, you are providing content and you will definitely get paid for it. Another one is real estate. Buildings, people will continue to give birth and our population will continue to increase. If you invest in buildings, it is actually something that always, the starting point is not always easy, but you are going to make more. So real estate is another part you can invest. We can talk of computer systems, software and computer system. The software, for instance, softwares actually help us. They make things easier for us, help us to solve our problems, help us to do to be able to solve many problems at the go, or to do many things at the go. Just like Mark Zuckerberg has designed Facebook to help us to interact with others. Just like Bill Gates has invented Microsoft, and then PowerPoint, Microsoft Word and Code that helps us to really do things easily. So you can also invest in software. You must not be a computer scientist to invest in software. Yes, Alibaba, for instance, Jack Ma didn't study anything relating to computer science, but he is the one who has built an e-commerce giant. That is one of the biggest companies in China today. So all these things I am speaking, you may not have the skill, but you can learn. You must not necessarily have learned that skill at school. Another one that you can possibly invest in, and it will help you, is I have mentioned so far content. I've mentioned the software in the internet. The another one is distribution systems. Distribution systems. For instance, you can talk of Amazon. You can talk of Alibaba. You can talk of franchises. Like you can talk of franchises. Franchises. I want to give one popular example. Like the company this man founded, Colonel Sanders, KFC.
It's KFC, yeah.
KFC. KFC is a franchise. What do I mean by a franchise? The person typically who started the formula, he started it at one place and he's able to produce something very unique. So other people have to come and buy the formula and pay him a commission. So a franchise is one of the distribution systems that can help you to make a lot. So he sits as one place and his franchises are all over the world. People have to buy his license. Yes. So another one is licensing your intellectual property for others to use. For instance, let's say you invent an idea that no one knows. You can sell your intellectual property. You can register it and sell it. So some scientists have discovered ideas where they license it. So people have to come and buy the idea, go and implement it. So that is about licensing your intellectual property. So there are many other examples, like services systems. Like we can talk of schools, we can talk of hospitals. We also have the manufacturing sector, where you can manufacture whatever you think you can manufacture to solve problems. You only need to learn the process of that particular industry, build a system, get people with the requisite skills, and it is going to become standard and can also help problems one day. And once you are able to solve people's problems, you are really making an impact, and you will get paid in return for your work. So these are just some few things we can do to earn to be financially free.
Somebody will say all this that you are saying are too capital intensive. What are you going to tell them?
Okay, so I said earlier that money is about ideas. So you need to develop your mind. Now, let's say that you have the vision of starting a particular company, you don't have the money. The first thing to do is to put your writing down into a detailed description of what you want to do. The reason why we don't always know where to go next is because we don't have a clear vision. If you have a clear vision of what you want to do, you write down, you have a business plan. Start small. You don't need to start big. All these things I am saying, most of the big giants across the world today, they didn't start big like that as we see them today. They started small. Start small. People will come in to invest if they see that you have a vision, you believe in yourself, and you have invested your own resources there. Because if you claim you want to do a certain type of business, you don't have a business plan. You yourself haven't even started. You don't have a prototype. When I come in to invest and I see that you have not done anything and you yourself, you don't even believe yourself, I will not even invest. So there are a lot of, we have venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are the people who have big money to invest, but they want to see your vision. We want to see your vision. We have a lot of investors in Ghana. And for those who want to, who have ideas and they need investors, later on, they can contact me privately and I can help. But there are some investors that some of them, I may not be able to mention all of them. So as I said, that one, you can contact me later on and I may give you some specific example. But they are investors. They are venture capitalists and angel investors. The venture capitalists are companies that provide funding to help people and companies, and they do so to get shares in the company. We also have angel investors. The angel investors are people who have money on their own to invest. So while venture capitalists is a group of people, venture capitalists are single individuals who have the money to invest. They are all there. One thing that you need is, as I said, starting and doing something small, having something to show for what you have done, and then building good relationships. Look, every problem in this world can be solved through people. If you don't have good relationships with people, you don't like to interact with people, you don't like to actually ask for help, you may not get it. But someone can have the funding that you need, but because the person does not know your vision, he can't help. So these are some few ways that someone can do to really get the help.
Look, I'm enjoying this discussion. Trust me, man. I think David Asaana is saying, I really need more clarification on assertion that money is not a cure a cure to poverty. Will you add something before I add something, or I should go ahead?
Okay, so money is not a cure to poverty. I spoke a bit about it at the beginning. I said that when you give money to an uneducated and a financially illiterate person, he will still become poor. He will mismanage it, and the money will finish within the twinkle of an eye. So money will not cure the poverty of the person. The person actually needs a mental change. He needs an education that will change his mind. If the mind does not change, he cannot really manage the money. So money does not cure poverty means that you need financial literacy. You need education. You need to understand how money works before giving money. If not, you can be giving millions, but because you don't know how to manage money, the money is going to be decreasing, and it will gradually get to an end. But if you give money to someone who understands how to manage money and multiply it, that money is going to multiply. Even if you remember in the Bible, the parable of the tenants, you remember that when the master gave the money to each of them, one of them went and hid the money and said that he knew his master is wicked, so he did not multiply it. He left it there and it was getting rotten. So that kind of person, the mindset is for poverty, and he's not a financially literate person. And if you give that type of person more money, he is going to squander it. But you see that one of the tenants, they gave him 2 and he brought 4. Another one collected 5 and was able to bring another 5. So that is that is what we actually mean about money is not a cure to poverty. If you have to add, you can also add.
So let me add something to your parable of the talent. And you see, the one that was giving one, in terms of numbers, is the one that was giving less, meaning that his was small, so that can equate to poverty. And he is the one that really hid it. He is the one that put it in the soil, meaning that poor people don't invest the small they have. They rather want to hold on to it, and it never multiplies. So now coming to money is not a cure to poverty. Now, you see, I read in a book, I've really forgotten the title of the book, and it says, if the money in the world is shared equally among us, in few months it will come back to the pocket that share it. Because a lot of people, what they do is that because the mindset is not really developed to really handle certain resources, the money will eventually leave their hands and come back to the source where the money was really what dispersed. And this is the mindset of the poor. The mindset of the poor is that they don't invest. The mindset of the poor, they want to really hold on to. And until that mindset changes, you can give as much as money to too many people. If they don't have the right mindset, they will still stay in poverty. So before one can succeed, even in the UK, there was a statistics about people that win the lottery, millions, I mean, and in less than 5 years, they all file for bankruptcy. Why is that the case? Those people never expected to really handle such resources, and because they don't have financial intelligence, you see, when almost every week somebody will win, they've got something they call Euro Millions in the UK, somebody will win the national lottery, and when they interview them, there is one thing I always hear: so what are you going to do with the money, David? Do you know what they say? Oh, I'm going to go on holiday. I am going to go and buy car. I'm going on a cruise. You see, the first thing that comes into their mind is that they are going to buy liabilities. Hardly do you see them hearing they are going to buy assets. And that is the mindset of the poor. Meaning that this person doesn't have financial intelligence. So they just invest their money on liabilities, and within a few years, they lose their money. And this is why we are saying that money is not the cure to poverty. Money is just is a vehicle, and if you don't know how to handle that vehicle, you are going to misuse it. And this is what we want young people to understand. In this book, I talked about, before you start on your vision, work on your mind. Many people do not work on their mind. They only work on the vision. They only work on the resources that they need. And that resources that you need, it can only be controlled by your inner resources. And the most powerful of your inner resources is the mind. So if the mind is not trained to really handle the resources that you are seeking on the outside, you are bound to fail. And that is why you need to work on this before you work on what is on the outside. But it is so sad that we only work on what is on the outside, neglecting this. And that is why when we face challenges, we give up instead of finding solutions. Why? Because we haven't developed our mind to really understand how to manage the resources that we are seeking. So look, David, it's been a powerful discussion, and I've really enjoyed this. And I always tell you that when the discussion is very good, time really runs fast. Can you imagine it just 5 minutes to the top of the hour? Now, let's go on this, and briefly we'll bring this to a close. Please, if you are watching us, we want you to share this for somebody to have an opportunity to really watch this, and also like our page T2I TV UK on Facebook and on YouTube. David, how can one become a successful entrepreneur?
Thank you. Okay. So there are some few things to succeed on the journey of entrepreneurship. And I have always said that if you are not able to cultivate this kind of some of these things I am going to mention, your entrepreneurship journey won't be successful. Number one of the things is passion. Doing something you are very passionate about. I have said this over and over on several occasions. You see, passion is what is going to drive you. When as an entrepreneur, many people lose hope in you, and it's going to happen. If you are really building something that is going to be a global thing, look, the beginning is always very bad. Many people will not believe in you. When you start and you are not making it yet, they won't believe in you. And then when you don't have the passion, you will easily give up. Look, I tell you, when I started, it came to a time that a lot of people started making fun of me that, oh, I said I'm doing business or I'm entrepreneur. They cannot really see exactly what I'm doing, but they didn't know what I am driving at. So passion is very, very important. Having a very strong passion for what you want to do. So the passion is what is going to drive you when everybody gives up on you. Passion is what is going to drive you when everyone starts saying, "Oh, you say you are doing this. Where is the result?" And you fail. And it is the passion that will continue to drive you. Passion is what is going to drive you to wake up in the night like 3 a.m. and be working. Passion is what will drive you to actually close late, even when everyone has gone on, and you will still be there. For instance, um, sometimes I will close here 10 p.m. Yes. Sometimes I am here by 5 a.m. If it is not the passion and the commitment I have, and for the work I do, I won't be able to spend those hours to be here. For example, I have really learned that Elon Musk, who is now the second richest in the world today, and then Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, at the beginning of their companies, they used to work 80 hours a week. 80 hours in 1 week. That is more than what the normal person should work. But you see, that one is what is I am talking of passion. If you don't have the passion, you easily become tired and give up. So number one of the things is passion. Number two is commitment and dedication. Commitment, dedication, and discipline. As I just said, some of the things I do, if I am not disciplined, I can't do it. No one actually is here instructing me, do this, do this, do this. But because I am disciplined and I have results that I want to get to, I keep on. Even when things are hard, sometimes even when I am hungry, I still keep on to do what I want to do. So passion is the number one. The number two is commitment and discipline. Number three is find a problem you want to solve. Look, there are a lot of problems in the society.
Especially in Africa.
Especially in Africa. So you see, if you really want to make more money, come to Africa. Africa is where the problems are. You see, that's why I've been telling people, sometimes we run away from Africa and we think there is no much to do on Africa. But you see that the white people are coming. They come here because this is where problems are. And where problems are, you can solve those problems for more money. People need jobs. Provide jobs for them. And you can provide a job by starting a business to employ them. Yes. Okay, so that's just by the way. But I mean, there are a lot of problems you can solve. When people complain of things, it means there is a problem. No one complains about gravity. No one complains about the sun rising at the east and setting at the west, because it is not a problem. But things that people complain about can be solved. For example, let me give you my example. You see, me, I saw that a lot of people want to do business and they don't know how to do it. I saw that many people are really in need of direction as to what they need to do when they are starting their business, and they need funding and they don't know how to go about it to get it. This is why my area of entrepreneurship that I have entered to has to do with how to help people to start businesses. I saw that people are finding it difficult to advertise online, so I leverage on that to learn how to help people to advertise online. So learn, provide some value, solve some problem for people. Once you can provide value, then actually you'll be able to, you have a market. You have a market because money is attracted to value. When you can solve problems for people, you're going to get money. So these are just some few things. So you must be able to provide value. You should have passion for what you want to do, and you should read more. You see, a lot of African entrepreneurs don't go far because they don't read. Look, the most successful entrepreneurs are the people who read crazily. Look at the fourth richest person on the planet, Warren Buffett. He reads an average of 500 pages a day. Who is more busier than him? But look at how old he is and how rich he is. But he read about 500 pages a day. Bill Gates read 2 books, 1 book every week. He reads a book every week. In a year, he reads about 52 books. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook founder, does the same. When I say it anytime, people say I don't have time to read. You see, they have not made it a habit. In order to succeed, you must read. Ideas are in books. Some of the things I speak and people are so happy about, I read them. If you don't read, look, Your life is going to be in 5 years the same as it is now, except for the books that you read and then the people you actually connect to, as has been said by tremendous Charlie Jones. So read. You have to read. Ideas will come in books. Some of the problems I have identified is through my reading. You read many problems that you have identified in books. You are able to find your own ideas from all the ideas you have learned, and it becomes a business idea. So read. Make it a habit. Every day, read 30 minutes. When you close from work and you go home, read some minutes before you sleep. Even if you cannot read before you sleep, read when you wake up early in the morning. I tell you, when you cultivate the habit of reading at least 30 minutes to 1 hour a day, your life is going to change. Majority of people don't have ideas because they don't read. So these are some few things. Read, learn, have mentors, have people that you can consult for ideas. Associate with the right people. If you associate with 5 broke people, you become the 5th broke person. And when you associate with 5 rich people, you become the 5th rich person. So your associations, your mentality. And I want to just say in conclusion about the mindset you need to become an entrepreneur, that you have to actually stop blaming others. Stop blaming your parents. Yes, they might not have given you a good foundation. You have a lot of problems. But what I mean by stop blaming is that anytime you blame people, you actually take off the responsibility from your head, and you are not able to. Once you don't take responsibility for your problems, you cannot change them. That is why you need to take responsibility for even some of the problems you did not create. For instance, my parents didn't give me a good foundation, but I have taken it upon myself that I am going to provide a good foundation for myself and do some of the wonderful things that they should have actually helped me to do and they didn't help me. So when you have this kind of mindset, you are going to succeed as an entrepreneur. There are more that I can talk about, but for the sake of time, I will not be able to mention all of them. And for those who actually don't have this book yet, Achieving Your Greatest Dreams, I will advise you that you can contact me after this interview to get this book. In fact, this book has one full chapter dedicated on entrepreneurship and financial freedom, and it's the longest chapter I've written more. It's about 82 pages, one chapter. So when you read what is here, it is going to help you understand more about what I'm saying. A lot of detailed explanation are given here. So I encourage you to get this book. In fact, this whole book is about entrepreneurship and financial freedom. Later on, try and get a copy. Yeah, so you can
Now, yeah. Now, David,
yeah.
please, for all those that are watching us, me and David, we are bringing out a conference. It's an online conference where everyone across the globe can join us. And we just did a teaser last week, and it went very successful. So we are registering people. That is on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of May. It's a 3 days online conference, and it's a personal development and business conference where we are going to shape your mind, and we are going to give you directives when it comes to business and also in terms of your personal development. David is very good on the entrepreneurship. I'm very good on personal development. When the two combine, is fireworks. David, can you tell our viewers what the program is all about? And David will be taking us through a lot of topics within this month. So please, this is the place to be every Tuesday, because David is the man when it comes to things of personal development and entrepreneurship. David, please speak to our viewers about the program.
Okay, so I just want to add that, as he said, the program is a life-changing program. The problem in Africa is, as I mentioned previously, is lacking the knowledge. You cannot do something that you could not do if you have not learned something new. What I am saying is, if you are having a certain thing you want to do today and you could not do it until you learn something new about it, you can't do it. So we have actually dedicated our lives to study things. We have the practical experience plus what we have studied, and we are going to share with you. It's a powerful program. Africa here, we don't like online events. Most people don't like, and then we can, as we have just said earlier, we can spend our time on a lot of things, but when it comes to personal development, entrepreneurship, we don't spend our time there. We are encouraging you that next month, you join this program. As he mentioned, it's on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of May. When you register for this program, it's going to be a powerful program that will help you to develop your mindset about what you want to do. It will help you to set very effective goals. It is going to have, we are going to give you some forms that you'll be able to fill and can really track your progress. It is a program that is going to teach you practical training on digital advertising, Facebook and Instagram advertising, which are the biggest platform for advertising in the world today. And you know, when you understand Facebook and Instagram advertising, you can sell more everywhere in the world. You can sell. You can really. It is a path that can help you to really have financial freedom. I encourage you to actually make time and then participate in this program. It is a powerful program and it is going to help you. When you make time and join this program, you will never regret. So that's just a little about it.
Thank you very much, David. And as David said, this is going to be a powerful and life-changing program. That is me and David bringing out this powerful personal development and business conference. It is online. Just invest in your mind, invest in your life, invest in your vision. Buy data, join us, and learn something new. Trust me, I'm not that person that really goes with people easily. But for me, having an encounter with David, I've learned so much from this young man. And trust me, he is a man to listen to. And for all those that are watching us, my book, Mindset Revolution, is finally out. It is on Amazon. I think I've got Teresa Moore here she got her copy today, and I've got so many people that have bought the book on Amazon. Look, it is called Mindset Revolution: Reengineering Your Mind from Prison to Purpose. If you don't work on this, forget it. There is no way you can win the battle outside. The battle must be won here, and we have neglected this for far too long. And it is about time we invest in the mind. Trust me, the kind of feedbacks I'm getting about the book already is so amazing. Go to Amazon, type Oscar Bimpong, and the books will come out. All my books will come out, and you'll get Mindset Revolution. Those in Africa, especially in Ghana, that are asking me, when can they get the book? The book, as I'm speaking, is printed in Ghana already. I'm coming in Ghana for a powerful book launch. After the book launch, the books will be available for everyone. You can't afford not to get this book, and this book is for a token. If you eat pizza and you eat KFC and all this food for 100 Ghana cedis, and you cannot invest money in this, then there is a problem. There is a very big challenge. It's an amazing book. I need not talk more. So please just get a copy of the book on Amazon, and you will be blessed. Yes, now I've got so much comment here, David. I don't think I can read all of them. Teresa Moore says, yes, I got my copy today. And he says, congratulations. Sammy Don says, wow, I'm grateful to have joined this program. Sammy Don, join us every Tuesday, Thursday, and on Saturday. These are the kind of discussions that we have. Then I've got Diane Boswell say, what's the name of your book? It's called Mindset Revolution: Re-engineering the Mind from Prison to Purpose. If you check Oscar Bimpong on Amazon, it will come out. Then I've got Benjamin Asana. He says, wow, David, I hope that is your brother, right? And
Yes.
And I've also got David in. So he says, so great presentation. I've been really clarified and well understood. Thanks so much, Dr. Asana and Mr. Oscar. So David was very biased. He called David doctor and he called me Oscar. That is good, isn't it? Nowadays,
that doctor title came from SHS, so they used to call me Dr. Asaana.
Yeah, but at least you should have added PhD to my own, at least. Then I also got Diane Boswell say, great idea. Norma Ellie said the book is the absent teacher. That is a very powerful one. That is reading a book is your absent teacher. Then Awinga Alusiba says, thank you so much. God bless you. Then Teresa Mo says, read. Thomas says, great. Rejoice. Agbesi say, good one. Alisa White says, we are coming home to Africa. Alisa, it's about time. It's about time. the Europe and America that we live, even as black people, they are killing us. It's time we turn our back homes and go. And Norma Ellie says, passion is everything, and using your talent and your gifts. Then I've got a Lukuba. David says, good evening. I'm actually enjoying the program. We need people like this in Africa so that we can actually see the change. Else, we will continue to blame leaders that will not solve any problem. Thank you so much. Then I've got Nelson Kennedy. He says, thank you so much for this. Norma Ellie says, thank you, David. Look, David, I think you need to get time and read this thing. Yeah. Richard Adi says, thank you for what you do. Then I've got Saeed Abdullah says, I'm impressed with your presentation, my good friend, Dr. Asaana. Then Saeed Abdullah also says, we're learning a lot tonight. Really a great show for we business starters and growing business owners. And I've got David so says, I really need more clarification on the assertion that is cured poverty. We have done it. Then Zion, the Zionist, Ashlom, the Zionist says, powerful. I've got look, David, let's leave it here. I've got Joseph Lucas says money is not a cure for poverty. Ashlam Zaini says money is indeed not a cure to poverty. Joseph Lucas says most poor people spend on luxury. Sammy Don says rather do a high value something that will earn you. Look, David, it's been wonderful having you on the show. What is watching us?
Okay, so my last word to all those watching us is that no matter where you are, you can make it. I have always said it. You can make it no matter your place in the wherever you are in the world. Even if you are at the wrong place and you want to adjust to be at where you really want to position yourself, it is possible. And so the most important thing, as I just said, in actually becoming financially independent is trying to build passive income stream. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. How many do you have? Try to build more. I have about 3, and I'm building every day. I'm trying to even exceed the 7, and I know by the end of the year they are gradually going to be more than that. So I encourage you, wherever you are, if you have any talent and passion for something that you can help solve a particular problem, develop it very well, and then you'll be able to solve. If you have a business idea, write a business plan, consult other people, try to look for help, or start something on your own. Have something to show to people for what you have done on your own. You are gradually going to get help. And invest in building things that will not earn you anything at first. As I said, when you start to build passive income streams, the beginning, you are going to struggle and you may not have much. But when you endure and spend time on it, later on, when the tree actually grows, when the small tree grows into a big tree, you are going to be earning even when you are sleeping. So that's a little of what I would say.
Wow. Thank you very much for your time, and I really appreciate your time and everyone that really invested their time today to watch us. And as David is saying, build a passive income. This is a passive income, right? Even if I die, my children are going to earn from this. And this is what we are talking about. Things that you invest your time in, such that even if you are not working, it still earns you money. After this program, I will go and check Amazon, and I've got 1 or 2, 3, 4 people that have bought the book. That is passive income. What did I do? The work has already been done. The rest is me enjoying my money anytime. And I've seen somebody asking over there, what is the title of your book? Probably that person is going to buy. I'm making my small money moving forward. That is passive income. These are the things we want you to invest your time in as a young person. And trust me, if you start early, the better for you. I was telling David that if at David's age, when I was at David's age, if I was more focused, probably I will be a millionaire by now. You are lucky at your young age, you are hearing some of these discussions. And you haven't made your mind up. Look, one day, there are 2 things that are going to happen. You are going to really watch this video again, and you are going to laugh, or you are going to watch it again and you are going to cry. It's your choice. The choice is in your hands. You have to start doing something. It's about time you stop blaming the leaders, time you stop blaming the system, time you stop blaming the economy, it's time you stop blaming your friends and family, time you stop blaming and start blaming yourself. Because in the economy that you are in, there are so much challenges, but some people are still making it. Look out for those few that are making it in the midst of the challenges and work towards your goal. Stop listening to people that are saying it's difficult, it's hard, there are no opportunities. That is a big lie, because some people are creating opportunities in that mess. It's all here. If you really want to have a solid foundation, you need to read this book about mindset. That is going to be your solid foundation for success. And if you have got that solid foundation in terms of developing the right mindset, there is nothing like struggles. There is nothing like difficult moments. There is nothing like failure. There is nothing like challenges. Why? Because your mind will be set in solving problems, not complaining. It's about time. You need to believe in yourself and start working towards your goals. There is something I always say, and that is my hashtag. And that is, it is possible if only you believe. Get a copy on Amazon. Those in Ghana, we are working on the copies in Ghana. And trust me, you will be blessed. Thank you very much, everyone. And please share this for somebody to watch this. We are here on Thursday. There is a man that is going to talk about young people. For example, in London, why young people are killing themselves, especially black people. How can this narrative be changed? How can, the narrative in Africa, now a 11-year-old is killing somebody in Ghana? What is wrong? How can we change this? What is the way forward? How can we really steer the path of young people for them to really bring a difference to our world, not really bringing pain to our world? Join me on Thursday, 8 p.m. and you are going to really enjoy this discussion. God bless everyone, and thank you, Dr. Asaana, for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, everyone, and see you guys soon.
Oscar, can we talk now? Hi. I'll be going home soon, so can we have our private meeting before? I beg you. I beg. Hey.